What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, I really don't have a topic for this video here real quick, but I want to talk about the Detroit Tigers and the new football league. I think it's called American Alliance for American Football, or kind of something along those lines. I'll look it up here when I get around to talking about it in the next video. Probably about next week I'll get that, but I want to talk about that here real quick. And I want to kind of talk about possible free agency in college football. So I really don't, like I said, I really don't have a topic for this one. And I apologize for my dishwasher going. I'm kind of doing dishes, kind of doing home stuff around here. So I kind of apologize. That's going to be in the background here. But I want to talk about the Tigers here first real quickly. We all know about the Detroit Tigers. The season comes around for them for pitchers and catchers to report. I don't know when the rest of the fielding players actually need to report. But the first of them come in tomorrow at this point in time. Today is February 11th of 2019. So February 12th, which is a Tuesday, they report to Lakeland, Florida. I'll admit, guys, I'm kind of not really looking forward to a successful season for the Detroit Tigers. I hope we're not around the 100 loss mark like we were last year. I know that Gardenhire's got a lot of work to do. And he signed on to this job probably knowing that. So I want to see a little bit more progression with Dixon, Machado, and Goodrum. Who's another guy on the team that's pretty young? The whole roster, I don't think the whole roster's really changed much, but a lot of the core players there, they kind of need to show improvement. I would like to see. I'll put it this way. Guys, you guys have known before, I set my expectations for the team at 500. 82 wins, 82 losses, 164 games. If they can hit that 82 game mark or kind of come right around there, maybe even, I'll say I could go with a 90 loss. And I could probably consider that successful. Even though it's really not successful, but you just jumped 8 more games into the season. You've improved 8 games. I'd rather see from the 98 loss to the 82, that's what I'm going to say 15 game. I'm not real good at math here, but 15 games. If you can jump 15 games to be at right around 500, I think that'll be a successful season for the Detroit Tigers. It's showing improvement on the team, and it's showing management that maybe they want to invest in some of the players right now. Dixon Machado has got to improve. Goodrum has got to improve, and the other Tiger players have to improve on here. Hicks, I think, has to improve. The catcher. The starting pitching has to get better other than Michael Fulmer. That has to be better. The relief pitching has to be at least at that consistent level that it was last year to kind of be that 500 mark right there. It doesn't have to be anywhere near outstanding or anything like that, but again, needs to show improvement. Shane Green needs to show improvement that he can be a better closer for the team. Yeah, that's the kind of theme. Do a little bit better so the fan base can get behind you and better things will happen for the organization. Now, you guys know, right around Memorial Day, right there, you guys know what kind of team you're going to get to. And we're going to kind of go into this as the season goes along, and I'm kind of watching a little bit. And if there's some kind of underlying theme here, I'm probably going to stretch the games out a little bit farther here. We're probably going to do about 30 to 35, 40 games, possibly 50 games to watch here. I'm going to give my thoughts on them, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to give my final Tigers assessment right around the end of September here. So be looking forward to that. That's coming up here on the channel. I do want to talk about the Alliance of American Football. I only watched maybe about a quarter of it, but it was between Birmingham and Memphis. A lot of the players on there I knew. Why is Trent Richardson not in the NFL? I don't understand that. He's too good of a player to be on that kind of football league right there. He should be an NFL player. That dude was a beast. The way kind of I seen him, I just don't really understand why he's not in the NFL. He was kind of a man among boys in that league, and kind of more or less. He should be in the NFL. He's too good of a talent not to be on on some NFL roster. It's just a damn shame that he's not. Now, like I said, I haven't watched really. I probably watched a quarter's worth and that was in the fourth quarter at the very end of the game there. Probably the last quarter is probably what I watched. I haven't really got enough under my belt to know the differences between that league and the NFL league. So, but it's football. I do think that hopefully they don't kind of make it a comparison to the NFL. I hope they kind of maybe complement it, have scouts out there watching those guys so they can kind of turn around and get to the NFL kind of point, kind of make it I don't want to say necessarily a semi-pro league, but kind of make that to that, if you're not drafted by the NFL and maybe if you're not picked up by an NFL team, you can go to this other league, show your kind of skills there, and maybe the NFL might offer you a kind of a contract. That's kind of how I see the league. Now, Hines Ward and the other investor there, I can't remember, they kind of want to see it to be something as an equal to the NFL, but I think that's probably the wrong decision to make personally. But like I said, I didn't watch the whole interview between those two guys, but that's kind of the concept and kind of the vibe that I got from those guys. But hopefully I'll get a little bit more under my belt next week, and I'll be able to comment on that a little bit more. But that's more or less the point, is why Trent Richardson is in the NFL. I don't know, dude. That dude is just too good of a talent to be on that league. So I do want to talk about the I think it's Kareem Hunt. I believe that's his name. I could very well be wrong. The Kansas City Chiefs running back that's kind of in a little bit of hot water with the NFL. And I don't know if it's kind of gone to a civil suit yet. I didn't get that far into the article. But with him going to the Cleveland Browns and only having a $1 million contract, I'm kind of torn on this one. I think the Lions may have... I'll admit it. The Lions probably should have made a run at Kareem Hunt, and if they didn't, that's those guys' fault, more or less. I don't understand why this team continues to think that, if you kind of want to get better, you're going to have to take a little bit of risk here. And Kareem Hunt, I think, was a little bit of the risk, especially at the price they paid, $1 million. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you can't find an NFL running back for $1 million, especially kind of the hot water that he's in. And if he busts out and makes it, you have that tandem of Kareem Hunt, and then you have Kerryon Johnson. You have the best one, almost probably the best 1-2 punch in football at the running back position. I just do not understand why the Lions just didn't go after this guy. I mean, and in the same breath, too, I can understand why, too, because if something happens to him and they sign him to a contract, and then he ended up being suspended for the year, well, there went your stuff. But hopefully the Browns were smart enough if that happens that they put it in the contract where they don't have to pay him a whole lot of money or any money, kind of more or less, if he's going to be suspended the entire year. Or they probably could put it conduct detrimental to the team and probably be able to get out of that somehow. But hopefully that, I mean, for the really, really low price to pay for Kareem Hunt to be on the team, why wasn't the Lions a part of that? Why weren't they a part of that, at least that phone call or that conversation? Just really, I think they kind of dropped the ball there. And I kind of want to also talk about college football, and it may possibly being the start of the free agency in the college football season. And I understand why people kind of want to see that, but from my own personal view, my own personal opinion, I think it's kind of going to be bad for college football. Because if you have kids starting to kind of jump around, they don't want to play for this coach, or something happened and they're pissed off and they want to go somewhere else. Well, to me, I kind of look at it as that's tough shit, You committed to the team for 4 years. Maybe if you're not performing to the best of your level, or if you're getting to the point of maybe someone's better than you, and you're not getting any playing time, you're going to go cry to the NCAA to try to get transferred. I mean, I understand the reason why, because people want to get seen. They want to get their best foot forward to kind of jump into the NFL and getting paid for what they do. But at the same breath, you're kind of going against that commitment to the college that you're playing for. What good is the commitment paper then if you're not going to commit yourself to the college that you're signed commitment papers to? Now, if you're a walk-on, that's a totally different story. You have the right to kind of bounce around. But even then, I still have qualms about that, too. Maybe the game's changing. Maybe I'm just kind of stuck in the mud here a little bit for the college football free, I guess you could call it free agency. I don't really know what else to call it other than that, but it kind of popped up here on the ESPN app, and I thought it was interesting enough to kind of talk about. But to me, I'm just kind of more or less to the point of, you signed a commitment paper, or you're one of the top people in the country, or you're a 4 or 5 star recruit, and you sign a commitment paper, And if things don't go for you that well, I can bounce to another team or bounce to another college and get the same college education, but I'm going to go play, instead of Clemson, I'm going to go play for Alabama. Or I'm going to play for USC, Michigan, Ohio State. You know, to me, I don't know. You're there for an education. That's kind of more or less what it all boils down to. You shouldn't be bouncing around from college to college because you got pissed off because some player, some 3-star recruit, and you're the 5-star recruit, and you get outplayed by it, and you're pissed off, and you want to go transfer somewhere else. I don't think that's right, guys. But I know today's game is changing. People kind of want to see players get paid. To me, I'm not in that group. You know, I'm just you get paid for a free education, and your payment is to play college sports. It's kind of where I'm going to put it, guys. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Am I way off on stuff? Do you guys think I'm way on? Let me know what you guys think of the Tigers. Let me know of the Kareem Hunt, if the Detroit Lions may have dropped the ball on that. And let me know what you guys think of college football, as I'm going to kind of put it in quotes, free agency on here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And again, please consider subscribing and make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. And guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this video and hope to see you guys again soon, okay? Deuces. Take care, guys.